Smash like.
Zen just means meditation. That's all.
Okay.
It just means meditation.
That's all that means.
Yep. So Zen is just meditation. And that school, and that's what I was saying, the different sects sort of take on their own, they take on their own focus, whatever they think is most appropriate. So some Buddhist schools really focus on chanting. And they spend most of the session chanting. For us for Soto Zen, the session on Sundays, and they have them multiple times a week, but Sunday is just kind of like the easiest for people to get to. So that's the main one. Is 40 minutes of sitting, zazen, and followed by 10 minutes maybe of chanting, just a little bit of a chant, and then moving into a soji or work period, and then some more of a social period. And there's a Dharma talk in between there. So, and it takes an hour or 2 hours maybe tops. We've been doing a lot of that both online and in person, kind of a mutated form right now. So whichever appeals to you, you can certainly, if you feel more comfortable sitting at home.
So is it a hybrid? Is it the same service, but it's just telecast?
It's just broadcast, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And then, and anybody can participate at any time?
For the Zoom, yes. It would make more sense, though, what we try to encourage people, especially as a prerequisite to coming into the center or to coming in person, would be to attend one of the training sessions, which is like $10. It's just maybe an hour and a half of your time, just to sort of go over what I'm talking about here.
Cool.
Give you a little background, and also more into the forms, what's going on around you, the smells and bells. It's a little different than Christianity. If a non-Catholic would go to a Catholic service, they'd be lost. As far as when we stand, when do we sit,
Okay.
So there's just to get used to the forms, the process, and the flow of the ceremony.
Very cool.
But again, it's my priest likes to stress, it's your session. This is your Zendo. So there is no doing it wrong. So don't be afraid to if you're going to make a mistake. Don't worry about it.
That's good to know. I mean, it's interesting that I always find it interesting when I talk to people about meditation. I have a daily meditation practice. I have been doing that for quite some time, but I've been doing it intensely for the last 7 years or so, on a daily basis, like as a commitment to myself. And people will say, "Oh my gosh, I can't meditate. I can't keep my mind empty for 10 minutes." I said, well, I've got good news for you. Neither can the Dalai Lama.
Right. No one can.
So it's impossible to do that for any great length of time. Your mind is a thought generating organ. That's what it does. And it's going to keep doing that. And a lot of times when I find when new meditators start practicing with this and messing with it, their thoughts are even more intense than when they're not meditating at first.
A lot of people aren't used to being in their own head for any period of time.
Or just quiet to have a place like you're talking about, which is like, a place where everyone's kind of focused on the same thing and they're all going to be quiet at the same time.
Yes.
I remember doing that in a communal setting for a few years back, about, like I said, about 7 years ago. And I remember having this irrational urge to scream during the silence, just running from the room like Daffy Duck or something, like,
I'm told it has happened. I'm told it does happen.
I've never seen it happen, but I've
never seen it either. But no, I'm told, don't be surprised if someone does freak out a little bit or have to get up and leave. It can happen. Yeah.
But it's okay. And the thing you're encouraging and the thing that I've been taught is that it's okay to have those feelings. Those are natural, feelings. Anything that feelings you experience is perfectly natural.
Yeah, there's I think it was Dogen was asked one of his pupils, or maybe I think it was a Dogen story where he's saying that a bird flies in the sky, never hits the end of the sky, and a fish swims in the ocean, never finds the end of the sea. What does man do? And the answer is think. We just think endlessly. The thoughts are just constantly going and never come to an end. So for anybody, like you were saying, for anybody who wants to blank their mind or thinks that meditation is just blanking your mind, nah, only when you're dead. It's like, and even then there's some, I don't know, depends what happens.